Welcome back to another Philly Sports 26 video. This video is going to be a rough one because the Sixers, Eagles, and Phillies all had a rough week. Let's start with the Eagles. The Eagles lost to the 49ers in the wild card game. That was the biggest downgrade of the season. I mean, there wasn't much expectation for them, but I at least thought they were going to win against the 49ers and then move on, but they didn't. And there's a reason. First, I don't want to blame it on the refs but the refs did make a bunch of mistakes. They missed like 5 holding calls and 2 PIs, both on A.J. Brown and one on Jahan Dotson. And Kevin Patullo's fired. That's one good thing that happened this week. KP is officially gone. And here's the reason why. This play that I'm about to show you. This was a final play of the Eagles season. 4th and 11. In the red zone. And what do the Eagles run? They run 4 verticals. I want you to watch A.J. Brown. He's going to motion Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown. And just Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. I want you to see what they do. Because before, Kevin Patullo, Jalen Hurts, and Nick Sirianni all talking collectively to see what play to run. And this is the play they choose. 4 verticals. They choose to run 4 verticals on the final play of the game. The play is popping up right now.
They back out of it. Hurts needs 11. Over the middle. Tip. Incomplete. San Francisco takes over. Looking to take away.
Terrible. There's a reason he got fired. Now it's time for Nick Sirianni to get fired. That's all I want. Then I want the Eagles to hire either Mike McDaniel, Kevin Stefanski, or Brian Daboll. I prefer Brian Daboll as second option and Kevin Stefanski as first because Brian Daboll coached Saquon Barkley in the NFL on the Giants and coached Jalen Hurts in Alabama, so that would be clutch. Now, let's go to the Sixers. They were terrible this week, going 1-3, playing the Raptors twice away and the Cavs twice at home. Now, they just dropped to 7th in the conference when they were top 5. Just from this week. I went to the game last night against the Cavaliers where they lost by 2 from Evan Mobley's game-winning shot. Now, the Sixers were up by 10 to start the 4th quarter, like a couple minutes in, and they sold that. But partially, it's because Joel Embiid does not play defense. If Joel Embiid actually played defense, the Sixers would have won that game. But no, he didn't. But there's also a reason, because Jared McCain played this many minutes. 0 minutes. He should have played a lot more than 0 minutes. At least 5 minutes. I don't know what Nick Nurse is thinking not playing him, because Jared McCain's actually really good. And his numbers from last year dropped significantly just because of the amount of play time. So Nick Nurse, put him in. Thank you very much. Now, the play where Embiid should not have been in and Adembona should have been in. 115 to 115. And they decide to keep Embiid in. They should have put Adembona in because Adembona knows how to play defense. Now I'm going to show you this play, and I want you guys to primarily focus on Joel Embiid and how he guards Evan Mobley, who actually got the game-winning shot. Play is coming up right now.
8 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off. Ball trying to get it in. Has to get it in. Gets it to Tyson. Tyson feeds Mobley, who dunks it down. Leaves 4.8. Cavs up by 2. Here's Maxey. He'll heave. No.
That is terrible. He didn't know how to play defense on that last play. But now we go to the Phillies. Gosh, I hate Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette went to the New York Mets. Of all teams, he went to the New York Mets and not the Phillies. The Phillies need a third baseman. Now, I get the Mets also need a third baseman. But the contract differences that they offered are significantly different. But let's start with the good news first. We got our catcher back. JT Realmuto, 3-year, $45 million deal. Now, I do think that's a little cheap, especially for JT, because JT is really good. I think they should have given him at least $75 million instead of $45. But, that's okay. We still got him. Bo Bichette. Let me first tell you what the Mets offered him. And he accepted this, by the way. 3-year deal for $126 million. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that is a lot. There's no way the Phillies can top that. Well, they did. They went 7-year, $200 million deal. Now, my thought is that Bo Bichette wanted to go short-term contract instead of long-term. But I don't think he understands that he can opt out of a deal. So he decided to go to the Phillies' rival instead of actually coming to Philly so we could trade Alec Boehm away and actually have a really good third baseman who could hit the ball. But no, he decides to go to the Mets. So Bo Bichette, you suck. I hope you suffer with the Mets, just like how Juan Soto did. And I hope you guys don't make the playoffs again. That's this week's video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.